Alright, we got this play structure, and kids are all grown, but there's still something that they've used, which is the pull-up bar. So I installed this pull-up bar, I don't know, about 5 years ago, and I used a old umbrella pole, and it's since it's rotted out, so let's take a look at that. Alright, so this pole, this is right up in here, and I went to do a pull-up and came right out. So I don't want to use wood again because wood failed, so I'm going to use this plastic pipe. This is 1 inch, this umbrella pole is about 1.45 inches in diameter, and this 1 inch Schedule 40 PVC pipe is about 1.35, so I'll have to put a little shim in there, but at least the pipe will be able to hold up to the weather and should last quite a while, so that's my plan. Alright, so this is the pole that used to be up in there. You can still see the end of it up here. It used to be up here. I went to go do a pull-up and boom, came right out. So don't want to do that again, so I'm not going to use wood. I'm going to use this 1 inch Schedule 40 PVC pipe, and the umbrella pole diameter is about 1.45 inches and the PVC pipe is about 1.35 inches, so a little bit smaller diameter. So I'll have to use a little bit of a shim to get it in there, but this plastic pipe should hold up to the elements a lot better than this wood, so it should last basically until we don't need it anymore. Alright, so the first job is to remove the wood that's already in there, and for that, got my safety glasses on. I got a short section of 3/4 inch PVC pipe, Schedule 40, so it's thick, and good old trusty 5-pound sledge. Alright, well this one comes right out, so that was easy. This one has to be driven out, so I'll try this one. Moving. Screw in it. Okay. I drove a screw in it, that's why it's having trouble coming out. Alright, I guess I should have taken that screw out first. Alright, I'll take the screw out and then we'll move on to the next step. Alright, so it has a screw in there to hold it in place, which was smart, because it didn't fit in that tightly, so that's why it didn't move. So we're going to take the screw out, and when we put the PVC pipe in, we'll put another screw in, probably 2 screws, just to make sure it stays there. Well, the screw isn't binding on anything, so it won't come out. So I have to get some needle nose pliers and push it down while we unscrew it. Alright, like I said, this driver wasn't doing anything because it's not binding on the wood anymore. So I just need to push it out with these needle nose pliers. Now it's binding, so it should come out. Alright, it's out. So we'll be installing this screw back, and we'll install another screw over here to keep the plastic pipe in there. So the next thing to do is to measure the length there so we can cut the right length of PVC pipe. Got my tape measure. Okay, so just over 34 inches. So that's how long we'll cut our PVC pipe. Alright, we're going to measure our 34 inches. It's a little bit under 34, but I don't mind if it sticks out a little bit on this side. Mark it with our Sharpie. Let's put my gloves back on. So now, two ways we can cut this. Could use a hacksaw with a metal blade. That works pretty well. But I have this PVC pipe cutter. So I'd rather use that. This goes up to 1 inch diameter, so it should work for this one. Let's put it on the mark, start squeezing. Ratchets in. Once it gets part way in, then it starts working on it. Here's a nice clean cut. You don't have to sand it afterwards. I would say it's faster. As you can see, it makes a nice clean cut. I would say it's faster than using a hacksaw. More, it's easier, so that's what I like to use. PVC pipe cutter. All right, we're going to check it for fit. See how loose it is. Slide it in inside. It's pretty loose. The screw would hold it in there, but I'm going to put some I'll put some black electrical tape around it and make it a little bit thicker. So. Go around about 10 times. See how that is. It's a little loose. I got another 5 on it. Another 5 times. That should do it. That's too snug. All right, 5 was too many, obviously. So let's take off 3. We'll just go with 12 total. All right, that's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I could take one more, so 13 it is. Lucky 13. All right. Yeah, so that's snug, but still goes through. Let's check the other side. Yeah, that's perfect. So we'll do 13 on this side, and then we'll finish it up. All right, so we got the hole in here. It's solid, but we don't want to slide it from side to side, obviously. We're going to go ahead and reinstall the screws. I'm going to drill a hole with this 5/32 drill bit. Because I don't want the screw to crack the plastic when it goes into it. So I'll drill both sides. I'll take this off. Put our driver back on. Using square drive screws. There's a little more purchase when you put the screw in. Now. There, that side's solid. And get this side. And we'll be ready to rock. Alright, it's solid. I'm going I'm going to do now is try it out, see if it holds my weight. Looks good. Alright, the last thing to try is try a pull-up. So, I haven't been able to do one lately, but we'll see what happens. Let's try a chin-up. It's easier. A little assistance from the plate structure, I could do a pull-up, but I'll try a pull down. Start up here, and we'll slowly lower down. Way to get stronger. Anyway, we started with this. We wrought it out after about maybe 5 or 6 years. Now we've got this. Should last quite a while, so that's it for this video. Alright, so after using it for a little bit, I decided it was too flexible. So I happen to have this 1-inch dowel, and since this is a 1-inch PVC pipe, it fits perfectly inside of it. So this is wood, but it won't really be exposed to the elements, and it's not really providing the most of the strength. It's just providing some stiffness to this pole so it doesn't sag so much when you pull on it. So I'm going to be removing the screws, cutting a 34-inch length of this, and then reinstall it. Alright, so I'll measure my 34 inches. Mark it. And I got my finish saw. This is wood, so I want to use a wood saw. I don't want to use the PVC pipe cutter. I should make quick work of this. I'm turning it a little bit so it doesn't split at the end. As I cut it, I'm turning it. There. I think this gives the cleaner end on it. So that's going to be buried inside the plastic, so I don't really care. Don't have to sand that off. Alright, so we'll be removing the screws, install the wood, reinstall the screws. Goes right in, lickety split. Make sure it's centered. Alright, I'll reinstall the screws. That's a lot more rigid. Doesn't sag as much. So that'll be a lot stronger. Job done. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Post a comment if you have any questions or ideas, and I'll try to respond. That's all for now, but more videos are coming, and if you want to see them, please subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification icon if you don't want to miss one. This is Beta Cygni signing out, and keep looking up.